definitely live. I think. Yep, we're live. So, hi everyone. Welcome to the Raven Wolf channel. We have the R&R show, and we have our guest today is MaxVision. So welcome. Thank you for coming to the R&R show.
Hello, everybody.
And then also I have my co-host Ransom. He's supposed to pop in.
He's popped out.
Or maybe not. Anyways, he'll come in whenever, I guess. So let's see who's in the chat. Let me pull up the chat here. So we have, oh, there he is.
I had a stuck kitty, sorry.
Or maybe not.
All right.
I hear an echo.
Pyramid 7, Shannon Clay. Hi, guys. Victor
Somebody
Lyon.
is echoing.
So
we have, oh, there he is. Max, I think it's you or Ransom.
Mute the show. No, I'm not watching it, so it's not me.
No, my stuff is muted. There.
Was it? It was you, wasn't it?
No, it wasn't.
Oh, okay. She said there. I thought you muted it.
No. All right,
Anyway,
let's do this again. Hi, everyone. Let's see. Alex, Rainbow, Shannon, Pyramid 7, Victor, Quartz, Inspirational Touch, Anya, Johan, Angel. Everyone, welcome. Sorry if I missed your name. So we have a pretty cool show here tonight with Max. We're going to do some of the exercises or something similar like that Max does on his show on Wednesdays. So why you don't tell us a little bit of, let's just start how you got into what you do.
Well, I've been hanging around you guys for a couple of years now. I started off Jeff Doherty, Wayne, and all that. Found a lot of you guys, and we all connected. And
Yeah.
that was good. And I learned a lot from that. And I started watching you guys, and I thought, well, maybe I could do something to give back and something to help out. So, and I saw nobody was doing remote viewing, and I'd stumbled across it years ago and found it works just as well as anything else that we've been doing. So I started doing a channel, a couple of episodes about 5 months ago. A few people showed up and thought that was pretty good. So I did a couple more, and here we are now. I've done 12 episodes now. And,
Yeah. I've seen it.
So I want to show people that they have the ability to have ESP, that they're connected, that we're all connected, really.
Yeah.
And, you know, you have the power to see yourself, what's happening.
Oh, well, hold on.
Oh.
We have Carlos Martinez.
Yay! Don't kick him. There you go.
Don't kick.
Anya got it, and Alex. Yeah, so.
But then if you kick him, then he gets his joke in. See, that's the goal for him. He gets in, he has the 3 different names, and he'll be back with another.
Oh, no, he created more because I blocked the other ones. So
That's what I mean, though. But when he comes in, if you don't block him, he can't. It takes the steam out of his joke.
Oh, no, I just feel sorry for him. He don't have anything
Okay,
better to do.
Thank you, Shannon.
You won't get banned in my channel. I'll give you a wrench. You can be yourself in there, and you only reflect yourself. So I don't care.
That's true. That's true. Anya.
The legend. Yeah, he'll like if you kick him, he'll be back, and it'll say Carlos the legend or some shit.
Whatever. So, oh my gosh, Cosmic Christie said, "Ding dong."
All right.
That's funny. Hi, Supernatural. Hi, Tim.
Oh, yeah.
So, anyways, let's continue. So that's how you started, and then I've been on I think 4 or 3 the last 3 of your shows.
Yep.
And it's pretty cool because it's one thing that I find out is our minds see things in a different way that everybody else is.
Yes.
Our minds interpret things different from everybody else.
Yeah.
So I thought that that's kind of cool to see that, because not everybody's the same. You think that certain psychic abilities you do, you see this, but it's so different. Even if there's different kinds of mediums.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
I love how it works, because everybody seems to get little pieces and it all comes together into a big picture.
yeah.
And it's like we're acting as one unit.
Yes. Yes.
Finally being one, you know?
Yeah. I think it's cool, the whole idea of having combined brain power. There, like whenever you have a little session with everybody in the room there, you got everybody thinking about the same thing.
Yeah. And all the energy you get from that, it's amazing, you know? It's like it feeds itself, you know?
Okay, Johan. Yeah, but anyways, can you just, I think most of the people here knows, and they know you, and we've been in your chat and stuff. So, but for those that they don't know you, can you explain a little bit of what you do so people can have an idea?
Yeah, well, remote viewing, it's similar to, I guess, Akashic record viewing or astral travel or out of body. I don't know exactly what it is. There's a lot of debate over what it is specifically. But what we do is we take a question and we seal it in an envelope. We put a number on the envelope and we get a bunch of viewers together, like you people, like all you great viewers there. And I tell them to close their eyes, clear their mind, and I give them the number and they view what the question. And after they've viewed what they think the answer to the questions is, by impressions and visualizations and smells and sensations that they get, we piece that together and question and see how it relates.
Yes. And I have to say, because not all the time I see things, with my third eye. Most of the information that I get sometimes is just like a knowing. Like, I don't know, like that one time that, the white rabbit, I just, I saw like the words white rabbit, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's not like you get to experience. And I think that actually, now that I think about it, I feel like doing the shows with you help people to understand how their own abilities work.
Yeah.
Well, it's the same like the ESP cards. You're accessing that part of your mind and practicing.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. That's one of my main goals. It's to show people that they have the abilities.
Yeah.
It's not just one or a few of us. It's all of us. And we can practice that and get better at anything we want to do.
That's right, Cosmic Christy. You guys, Ransom, can you please take over? I have to take my pets outside. I'm so sorry. I'll be right back. Just take over.
Yeah, I was wondering though, like whenever you usually use, or at least when I was watching, you use pictures.
I use pictures and words.
Do you think it would work the same way if you were putting, like items inside of something?
I've seen people try it with items online and participated in it. It seems to work. Yeah.
So it's more about the connection to the number, because it's really I always found it fascinating about the number, because you're not really thinking about anything. Like you're not giving the people a direction to go. You know what I mean? You're not giving them a suggestion or anything like that. They start out with just a random number to them, or at least I've seen it several times on other shows. So that number has, the only connection it has is to the person that wrote it.
Yeah, it's completely random. It could be any symbol you want. It could have been a bunny rabbit or a car or anything. But as long as you write the little squiggle or that beside it, it takes it from being a number to being something personal, is the idea behind it. So it's no longer a number, it's a personal thing.
You think that's what makes the thing that's, I guess, the little key to the connection between the other people that have no connection to the number?
I think it's part of it. I think we all have a natural connection anyways. That just reinforces it. Like when you say people cast a spell or do something with intention. You're using intention of linking that number to the question.
Okay, cool. I was going to ask you, did you have a couple tonight that you can do? Because I rigged up one for everybody here. We'll get to that. I'll wait for Anna to get back for that, though.
I had one.
Because I'm really curious, because I have a feeling someone will guess what's in the envelope.
In yours?
Or not guess, they'll know.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess it's not a guess. It's a.
We've got some great viewers in the chat here, so I wouldn't doubt it. Let's see.
And I've watched, I don't know how many programs on, like both the Russians and the United States and probably some other countries. I bet China does it still, because they acted like they quit doing it, but they didn't. They just kind of renamed things and moved it around. There's a lot of remote viewers employed by governments of the world. So obviously the powers that be also believe in it, and they may even have more scientific data that they could share, but they won't, because they still want people thinking that that's not a thing that they can do.
Well, everything's privatized now too, so it wouldn't be a government branch. It would be
some corporation somewhere that took over control of the project.
Yeah, somebody's cousin, go run this company. Yeah.
Now, they've even found missing soldiers in that way.
Really?
On intelligence that they gathered from remote viewers. And then I know if people watch YouTube, there's several people that, they were given numbers and they remote viewed things about other planets and people and civilizations and all kinds of things like that.
Well, I'll give you some examples for the people that haven't done remote viewing. I've got here some of the older questions, targets that we've done. And I can tell you some of the things that we've remote viewed. Some of the
cool.
That's it. Okay. So here's we did.
I actually feel like I do that when I look at a picture myself.
That you remote view?
Yeah, especially a picture that was taken by the person I'm thinking about. Like if it's their pictures. And I've talked to people, and I think I'm in the 90% accuracy about telling them all things about their life by the way that they take pictures and what they look at.
Wow.
And the time of the day, and just, I don't know what it is about that, but I get a big impression out of someone's life by just looking at a couple of photos that they took.
Sherlock Holmes ability, eh?
I don't know what it is, but I've asked them about stuff, and then they either act two ways. They're either surprised and they think it's cool, or they're a little creeped out. Like they think I have more information than I got from the pictures. Like, like I'm messing with them in some way. But I just kind of put myself in my own head when I'm taking pictures on what strikes my eye, and you can tell what someone likes about life through the pictures they take.
Wow. Yeah, mine.
Hi, I'm back.
You definitely think I like the woods. That's most of my camera is filled up with pictures of the woods, animals and stuff like that.
So I don't know what you guys were talking about, but do you guys mention that, or I think I already said that we're gonna do some exercises, right?
Yes, and we were waiting on you.
Yep.
Oh, do you already explain about the envelopes and stuff?
Yep.
Well, mine at least.
Okay, well, I also have an envelope.
All right. Oh, you know what I was going to say too, what we were talking about is like, how I told you that when I look at people's pictures, I kind of get a vibe off their life, but it's weird because like you were just saying that you would think, I would probably think you like the forest by like the woods and stuff that you take pictures of, but I've got different impressions from things that people repeatedly take pictures of. Like I know one person takes a lot of pictures of the water. But they're scared of the water and they don't want to be in it. And I got that impression off of the pictures because I just saw a bunch of pictures of the water, but none of them included the person taking the pictures in the water. You know what I mean? They were just always like I'll watch, I'll look, I'll stay over here. It's beautiful, but I don't want nothing to do with it. And it's just weird. And then other people, you can tell that, their whole life's about something in their pictures. Oops. I got beeps. I got to turn off too.
Hi, Scratch. Hi, Johan.
Hi, Sherry. Hi,
I'm really
Sunshine.
curious to let you get into your thing here.
Well, I know what you put on your envelope, so you can't, I
No,
can't.
you're excluded. You be
Yeah,
quiet. Don't be giving them psychic impressions. No cheating, Anna.
All right, so we're going to start with yours.
Who, me?
Yes. So the way this works, and tell me if or can you explain it?
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Let him tell us what to do.
Okay. So
you guys will need a pen and paper.
grab a pen and paper if you don't have a pen and paper. We'll wait a couple minutes.
I am trying
so
to see good eye drops. Oh, Sherry, that's funny.
Once you've got a pen and paper, I need you to write the number down 3 times. Then you'll put a small gesture beside each number each time you write down the number, just to link you to the number and make it personal. After you've done that 3 times, written the number down 3 times, done a small gesture, I want you to clear your mind, close your eyes, and see what images come in, what shapes, colors,
smells,
if you feel cold, hot, if you have a sense of dread, a sense of happiness, if it feels like something old, any sensation that comes to you. So again, what you do is you write the number down 3 times. Each time you write it down, do a small gesture beside it. We're going to give you the numbers. We're just waiting for new people to get their pens and papers. Write it down 3 times, and then you close your eyes, clear your mind, and let the images come in. All right. So I'm going to let Raven Wolf give you the numbers, and I'd like to hear her guide you through
it. Okay. So what numbers do you get, Ransom?
She put it back off on me. That's funny. Okay, so I got 3309.
Okay, I'm going to put it in the chat. What is it? 3309.
Yes.
Okay. So you guys write 3309 3 times.
09.
Hi, Inspirational Touch.
Okay.
And when you're ready, if you have any impressions or you saw something with your whatever, just put it in the chat. Put whatever you saw, felt, smell, whatever.
Very curious to see what people come
Pyramid 7 says mountains. Cosmic Christie says lightning. Scratch, very funny. Oh, you're welcome, Inspirational Touch. You're funny. Scratch. So let's see more answers.
Got mountains and lightning.
Mm-hmm. Quartz says joy.
Joy, huh?
Light beam on the right side. Shannon says white lights, circle, dark. Fake snakes. Hi, Bear Ground. Welcome. My brain won't let me focus to this stuff. Okay, that sucks.
Fake snakes, huh?
Sherry says soft, fuzzy gray color.
Soft gray.
Shermanator says Annette. Cosmic Christie says dark in the middle. Alex says Everest Mountains topped with ice. The Big P says trees and full of moonlight time. Inspirational Touch says energy waves. So, oh look, Ransom, look. He got some, what is, pull it up a little bit. Yeah, there you go. Okay.
I got a darkish shape up here. I didn't want to scribble that all in, but these were kind of feathery things in an angular shape that way.
Anya says net. Deborah Gale says electrical energy.
Energy waves. Yeah. Could have been energy waves. Everest Mountain. Electrical.
Johan says heart. So you want to reveal it?
Yeah. All right.
Show us the envelope. Yes.
All right. So what's in there is a fertility stone.
Huh.
But I thought it was ironic that everybody kept talking about lightning and stuff because there's a weird design on this thing. I don't know if you can see it, but it does kind of look like squiggly. Actually, I think if I went and wet it, you would see it better. But there's a lot of lines through it. Huh. And I thought it was funny. Everybody kept talking about lightning and electricity.
Is it dark in the middle?
It has crystal branches through it, I guess you would call it. It's an egg shape.
Yeah.
But what's weird is everybody kept saying soft gray and stuff, and this is kind of a weird brown grayish, like that kind of color.
Sherry
he was saying feathers.
Color.
Dark in the middle.
He was talking about feathers, and this thing is literally, an egg.
That one has circle dark.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you know what's weird is there is dark. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it is dark in the middle. Someone said that.
Yeah. Cosmic Christie, dark in the middle, yes. And then the big piece says trees and full moonlight. Well, did you find that one outside?
This actually came from my yard. And what's even weirder about that is that his drawing looks like my carport. I have a yucca under it, and he's talking about feathers, but this is an egg, but that's where this came from. It's almost where he drew. I mean, I could take a picture and show you. It's like you got the little stand and the roof, and the dark thing above it is the mountains. If you were looking from that direction in my driveway, you would see like right under the carport a yucca tree that looks like, real feathery spikes and stuff. So that's pretty weird.
Because me, Christy says ding dong activated.
Right? No fake snakes though.
So Inspirational Touch said fertility equals joy, because I think she said
that's true. She did. I wrote that down.
Yep. What else? Shannon says I said dark circles and white light.
It's weird that the lady that owned this yard before I lived here was a big time crystal person. So the entire yard's just full of crystals everywhere. But they're all buried in the dirt now because it's been so long. So it's like you find them in the dirt, or when it rains, another one will pop up. And
Stone Pebble. Pyramid 7 said Stone Pebble Rock Mountains.
Yeah, that's why I was tripping that people were talking about mountains.
Yeah, it came from the mountains.
Stone.
My nose is itching.
Definitely part of a mountain at one time.
All right, so I get an envelope too. So you guys ready for the next one?
Yeah.
Cosmic Christie says she buried them on purpose. Haha. All right, so I got, and the numbers look backwards. So it's 9, 3, 3, 11. And then we have to mention something, but after you guys concentrate.
Write down 93311. Do a small squiggle beside it. Write it down again. Small squiggle, and do it a third time.
So 9, 3, 3, 11.
That's weird. I close my eyes and I see no picture at all. Nothing. Blank. Which is weird because I usually can't even shut my eyes without seeing objects and things.
Just blink your eyes and try it again.
was weird.
So Cosmic Kirsty said black. Sherry also says black here too. And you also saw black, Ransom.
Well, I don't know about black, but definitely nothing.
Oh.
But I did, that worked. I got a different
impression.
Something the next time.
A different, okay.
So Cosmic Christie said, saw a light, just a bright light, blue light. Shannon said, pine trees, wind, water. Bear Gown said, people. Johan said, helix, time, distance. Shannon said, it's very dark.
All right. So
Scratch
the second
says,
time. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, Deborah Gale says, I got sense of forever gloom. Trail of water, Shermanator says, oh, Shannon, your nose is itching too. I'll see is the inside of my eyelids, Scratch says. Quartz black with a bit of static. Inspirational touch says yellow circle with blue center. Sherry says silvery through gray. A square, maybe a sea grid too. Said Cosmic. Alex says turquoise color of something. Okay, pretty much not seeing much pyramid. Okay, never mind.
Well, the second time I shut my eyes, I saw snow and a Christmas tree and one of those knitted gloves. I don't know why, but you know what I'm talking about? Like the little kids wear, but it was like a crochet winter glove.
Huh.
Yeah.
I don't know. Whatever. That's what I saw.
Sunshine said white-headed snake, embroidered dark purple pyramid, green apple. Pyramid says eagle, flight, ice, and smoke. What you got, Max?
I got like a seed shape or an eye and lights underneath it, and then dark lines off to the left, dark horizontal lines.
Anya says a heart. All right, so you guys ready?
Something to do with an eye or a seed.
It's a tarot card. It's the 9 of Pentacles, but
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Well, what's the other side? Trippy.
Didn't somebody said an eagle? Or I think that's an owl.
Yeah, that's nighttime, but there's probably one on the other side too, huh?
It's a dove. So let's see. Turquoise of something. Oh, you know what? I think you got the design from the arch, MaxVision, no?
Yeah, but look at all the little X's on the bottom, and then you got the
X's,
round.
and then the shape in the middle.
Yeah.
Damn, that was pretty good.
Similar.
No Christmas trees, man. I don't know.
Eagle fly, turquoise, some color or something. There's not. Well, I guess you could say maybe the sky is turquoise. I don't know why it's not picking up the colors really well here. Well, she don't have mittens, Ransom.
I know.
And the ones that said that it was dark and silver, Sherry said silver gray.
Yeah.
The night one. Inspirational said yellow circle. Well, there's a bunch of pentacles. Those are the circles.
Definitely.
Cosmic Christie said the grid. Maybe she saw that. Sunshine said white-headed snake.
Web there.
There's not a white-headed snake, but there is a white rabbit. Inverted dark purple pyramid. I don't see that.
Maybe the woman's the snake.
And green apple.
Green apples everywhere. That's what they look like to me.
They're not apples, but they are like.
Yeah, they're apples.
Yeah, I can see how like the mind will pick that as an apple. Yeah, for sure. So the meaning of the card is I kind of Google
Number
it.
9 too, huh?
Yeah. Let's see. It says the 9 of Pentacles indicate that you reach a point of your life where you're feeling self-confident, self-sufficient, independent, and free. The 9 of Pentacles is about enjoying the good of life and fruits of your labor.
Excellent.
Maybe like playing in the snow at Christmas time. No.
Okay, so now it's your turn.
All right.
Max.
All right. Let's see. Let's try this again.
What's the number? I'm waiting for the number from you, Max.
Oh, I have nothing prepared. I'm sorry. Hold on.
Oh, you have nothing prepared. I'm sorry.
Hold on. I think I have a question here. Hold on.
Oops.
Got a question?
He was waiting on you to give him a number. See?
No.
Okay, there's a question. Okay.
Yeah, that's true, Christy. We all see things different.
And there's no purple triangles in the envelope.
Why
Do
people?
you want to do cards with this one too, or that gets complicated? But
What?
you want to do cards with this one, or just remote viewing?
Just remote viewing.
Okay. So the number is 992571.
92571.
571.
Okay.
So everybody want to write that down 3 times. Put a small gesture or symbol beside it, whatever you feel connects you to that number. And close your eyes, clear your mind. You can see. When you've finished, just type your responses in the chat, whatever you see, and we'll keep track of it. We'll put it all together in the end.
I don't know. That's weird.
Yeah, take your time. There, Joe.
All right. So Shannon says a bridge or dock or over water.
Give them a few minutes to catch up there.
Oh.
Some people will have lag. It's a patience game.
Yeah, which I'm not very good at it.
I usually wait until they finish putting in all their responses, then I go back up in the chat.
Yeah.
That way you don't influence anybody's vision.
Yeah, that's true, because it does put ideas.
Yeah. So everybody ignore what Raven said.
All right. So.
One more. Give it another few seconds there, Raven.
Shannon.
All right. Okay. Go ahead now.
Alrighty. The Pyramid 7 says paper clip. The big P says stone slabs. Alex says a mouse. Desert Rose says light blue color like the sky. I see like reddish sun shape with a building. Now Supernatural says a tree on a hill. Deborah says a hill in the shadow. Cosmic Christie said a red sphere that is spinning with and creating V's around it.
Okay.
Wow, that's very interesting, Cosmic Christie.
Yeah.
At dusk, Shannon. Inspirational Touch says, I only got the word when, no images, blue burst.
Yeah.
Ford says a tree next to the number. Shermanator says a school. Bear Grown says a tree, clouds, and stream with bright white. Sherry says bench garden or a park. Johan said light out of chaos.
Light out of chaos. Huh?
Shannon says a bridge or a dog over water. Johan says, Manic says a light arrow crystal. Okay. So what? No, wait. Yeah. What's your answer, Ransom?
I don't know. I just saw some kind of building or something. I don't know. You know, I do this already. I think the closing my eyes thing.
Okay.
For me, because like even when I'm talking to somebody,
that's what I said. Doing these exercises will help you know how to work with your own abilities. What's your strength? How you work? Like for you, Ransom, right now, even though you said before, like as soon as you close your eyes, you see images. But for this exercise, you're good by just drawing. So yeah, it brings a lot of light to understanding your abilities and how you work.
Yeah.
Something with some kind of structure is what I.
Okay, so I picked up a stream of water, purple, a flower, and it's interesting that Cosmic Christie said about the V shape because I saw like a triangle like this and another like triangle going the other way.
Oh, okay.
So like kind of like that.
Oh yeah, an X.
So yeah.
Well, this is interesting. Okay. So it's about the observatory closures, recent observatory closures. There have been observatory closures and satellite shutdowns recently. View the object, vision, or sight that caused the recent shutdown. So it could be for the one that somebody I know went and visited. Could just be a spy, could be something they saw in the telescope, could be anything. So it could be that they had
You know what's so funny about that?
So let's go take a look. What's that?
What is so funny about that? Now go back to my envelope, and the answers they gave for my envelope describes the place where the observatory is now. See, I didn't know that a minute ago, but now that you did that, think about it. They were talking about up on the mountains. They were talking about lots of lightning strikes. The town there is called Cloudcroft for the reason that, they're in the clouds and lightning strikes. It's in a pine forest. It's on the edge of the mountain.
Yeah.
That's bizarre now. I mean, even though that was from my rock, but then, now you just linked it back together.
Wow. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, sometimes that happens when I'm doing the images. I'll do the first image and people will do okay on it. I do the second image and they're all doing great on it, but you go back to their answers for the first image and it was the second image.
Wow.
That's bizarre, man.
We've got
was there a stream of water there?
Yeah, there's streams of water all over the place. It's on the top of the mountain.
And what about that? What about that? What is that? Is there anything that like that over there that you can think of?
Yeah, show your drawing too there. Again.
Well, it's kind of sideways, but yeah. And I actually drew these little squiggly marks to the side there. I don't know, like a stream or something. I don't know what this is. That's just what I was.
Building of some sort, you figured, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Well, that is pretty cool.
That's pretty cool. So everybody's just picking up the observatory. So There was a couple of, I only get the word when, no images, blue bursts. That's interesting.
Like light observatory chaos and closure.
A Hill in the
Johansson.
Shadow by Deborah Gale, yeah. Cosmic Christie, a red sphere, and a
Oh,
spin. Okay.
You think that big old obelisk is up there without someone knowing where the little shadows go during the times of the day and throughout the year? I mean, because that's the same thing you use for a sundial, as a little obelisk in the middle. And I wonder, you could sit there and tell time by the shadow of that big old thing.
Oh, Supernatural, Tree on a Hill. We're on a hill.
Yeah. Oh, good night, Jenny and Matt.
Going around by Cosmic Christie.
I'm gonna try to call you tomorrow, Jenny.
Watch going around. I wonder if the watch is like representative of the observatory.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. It's like it's a giant sundial. I mean, literally.
Big P, stone slabs.
Cosmic Christie said, wait, I saw a clock hands moving too.
Okay, yeah.
Manic says, I saw Ransom's arrow with the squiggles.
Pyramid 7 says paperclip. That's interesting. So I could see some of the mechanisms. Desert Rose here says light blue color, reddish sun shape with building. Yeah. Cosmic Christie, another grid, but this one's light and dark.
Hope.
Arrow with the squiggles.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Okay. That's some good stuff. Excellent. So that's basically how it works. Yeah, you guys did it.
That's cool. So I think that this is very cool. I love it. I actually reached out to you to asking if you will be willing to work with me and work the, remember?
Yeah, that's pretty cool stuff, man.
Yeah, absolutely. That'd be awesome. I'd love to.
So, but yeah, you guys, if you guys want to...
More minds, the better,
Yes. So if you guys want to do this kind of exercises and, surprise yourself, go check his channel. I put a link on the description below for his channel and also Ransom's channel. His shows are every Wednesdays
at 8 New York time.
At 8 Eastern time.
Yeah.
And so yeah, check him out. And hopefully I want him to, I was kind of telling him before we started the show that he should do twice a week because I feel like one time is not enough.
What'd be cool is to leave them with an envelope to think about till the next time.
What you mean?
I mean, they would get like a whole week or something to think about an idea.
Oh, yeah.
That'll be cool too.
I mean, if they made sure to go home and look at the numbers and think about it every day.
Yeah. Well, you can go back and do the previous videos. You can always start at number 1 and work right through them. They work just as well in video. And if anybody has any questions or things they'd like to view, I'd really appreciate your input because I want to do what you guys want to see. And it'll be put in random, so you won't have any idea when it's going to come up. Could be anywhere from a week to 2 months, a year. It just depends.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's pretty cool.
You break out your ESP cards, Anna.
Oh, do you have yours?
No, I don't know what I did with them. I need some psychic help to find my psychic cards.
I don't want to do that. I kind of want to just go ahead and do his Mayan reading.
Oh, yeah, I forgot all about that.
So, let's see.
Love you too, Shannon.
And if somebody in the chat, any of the mods that I have, which I have a lot, can one of you put the link of Max's channel on the chat? That will be awesome.
Yep, the more minds we get in there, the better.
Okay, let's see. Okay, so
I got somebody at my door. I'll be right back.
Okay, so I pull up ready your information, and your day sign is an oxalot, which in Aztec name is oxalot for a jaguar.
Yeah, it could be Desert Rose.
And I told you this before, that jaguars were extremely sacred for the Maya. They were the jaguar priests, the Chilambalams.
Scratch, I did the pyramids last week. Go view it.
So yes, and they're extremely psychic. So I'm just gonna read a little bit of what your day sign is. So you were born with the sense of strategy and will make a good planner or investigator. Let's see. You have some psychic abilities, and you're very sensitive in general, and can read people intuitively.
Okay.
Oxalot personalities develop additional psychic senses or master divination techniques or remote viewing, you know. Another level, medical and healing arts may appeal to you. Is that true?
Medical arts?
Medical and healing arts may appeal to you.
Yeah, I'm into health and fitness and all that.
As a practitioner, you will be able to use your powerful instincts to find the way to diagnosis. Psychic abilities plus a tendency to become deep involved in human relationship is likely combination for a doctor or a counselor.
Okay.
At your very best, you are a healer, confessor who can provide a necessary service to humanity.
Ooh.
That's pretty cool.
Nice.
It says the personality of your day sign is reflected in the planet's emphasis in your Western astrology chart. Do you know your Western astrology chart?
Not very well, no.
Okay, well, you might be in Scorpio, Sagittarius, Aquarius, planets like Pluto, Jupiter, and Uranus, and houses like the 8 and 9 and 11 would symbolize very powerful instincts.
I think Jupiter was strong in my Western.
Oh, yeah?
Jupiter or Saturn, the ruler planet. So that would be Saturn.
So for your day sign, your Trisena is a serpent. So beneath your surface personality of the serpent, you have serpent characteristics of being strong and somewhat conflict-ridden. Emotionally quite tense, you are driven to grappling with conflict with issues of power. Your reaction to crisis is confront and head on, and your rather intense feelings can lead to your tasking firmly committed position. I don't know. Part of your personal appeal and charisma comes from the fact that you're generally well informed. You are interested in learning and acquire information, which you then apply with great intensity according to your own principles. So your Venus position the Venus phase when you were born was at the evening star, which it suggests that feelings and emotions arise after, not before action has been taken. You're very good at making judgments. The value and morals of the past are important to you, so the vision may be strongly influenced by tradition. Is that true?
Yeah, I could see that. Yeah. Trying to give up tradition, but.
Yeah. The Lord of the Night you got the Lord number 7.
I'm a Virgo.
The name.
Sorry, go ahead.
Andy said Anna has a lighter in her pocket. No, I don't have it in my pocket, but I do have a lighter close to me.
It's on her desk.
Yes. Oh, actually, Cosmic Christie might like this. Can you guys see the mermaid?
It's a siren. Don't lie.
Hi, Rick and Delaney. I don't know if I said hi to you or not.
Hi, Rick, Delaney.
Okay, so you're the Lord of the Night is Tlaxolteotl, and this was a confession goddess, one who said to consume a person's sins. She was the goddess of purification and healing. This symbolizes that you are a person who may struggle with strong social something. I can't say that word.
Social something.
You are
I could do a lot of things.
you're strongly motivated by relationships, partnerships, and working with the public. You are indeed a very social person, and you judge yourself by your company. You find ways creatively to explore art through psychotherapy.
Okay.
When you heal yourself, you will become a healer for others. And the meaning, my eyelashes got stuck. The meaning of the birth year. So the Maya and the Aztec astrologers also recognize that each year produces a unique group of people. Each individual year in the 52-year cycle is linked with a number and a compass direction that has an astrological meaning. So you were born in the year 9 East. The eastern direction is where it all begins, where the day begins when the sun rises, when the moon and the planets also rise. Thus beginning their diurnal cycles. Symbolically, therefore, east is the direction that symbolizes the energy behind all coming into existence. Being born during this year ruled by the east means for you and your contemporaries, life is an opportunity to celebrate an individual existence and to demonstrate your self-worth. Your life is about you and the development or rise of your personal identity. In a very general sense, you are a seeker of self-realization and a person who strives to be someone.
Okay, sure.
So that's just, in short, your Mayan reading. So what do you think about that?
I thought it was really good. It had some really good descriptions of me, I thought.
That's cool.
It was pretty, what would I say, flattering, yeah.
That's cool. So I will send you on the via email the whole thing so you can read it whenever, because it's a lot of info. I just read whatever,
boiled it down.
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
So as I look at the time, it's 11:11.
Oh, awesome.
Always.
So thank you, Delaney. What was I gonna say?
We always notice it's 11:11.
Yeah. So I have a question for you, Max. So when did your journey started spiritually? Have you always been like that all your life? Or?
When I was in my 20s, I went and hung out with witches and druids for 7 years or so. After I came out of Christianity. Then I went back into Christianity for another 20 years.
Just in a Christian church, like
yeah, I was in a Baptist church.
Oh, Baptist.
I was raised United, then I went into a Baptist church. Just seemed a little more to what I was doing. So, but I came out of that after. Well, I always had problems. When I was young, I wanted to be a minister, but I couldn't reconcile the Bible for myself. The messages in it. So, and then I just got mad years ago, and I just said, "Well, damn it, I'm going to figure this thing out." So I started searching, and that led me to.
I actually think that Bible's a good place for people to start on their quest for knowledge.
Yeah.
Once you find all the I would say irregularities, if you want to call it that, in the Bible, it makes you ask more questions, which leads you to more answers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So that's why I try to. I never.
The rabbit hole begins.
Yeah, right. Yeah. I think that's, and I almost think that the Bible was intended that way, as an introduction into the occult.
Could
Wow.
be. Yeah.
It's like a kid's version. It's like, it's got a bunch of old text from, Sumeria, and they cram them all together. They change the names. They leave a lot of it out. But it just gives you questions like at the beginning, there's only one God, but he's saying, let us make man in our image. And you're wondering, well, who else is there? So, from right off the bat, you're already got
gods before me. So who are these other gods?
Yeah. It makes you ask questions. That's why I think it's a good.
But really, the one thing that really got me was when the Christ said, "None of your fathers had seen my Father." Well, then, who did you see? Who did they see?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember when I find out, because I was born and raised Catholic. I didn't do my the three sacraments or whatever is the first communion, the baptism, first communion, and the confirmation. Mm-hmm. Well, I didn't get confirmed because that's a personal choice, and I never really wanted to do it. Yeah. So I left Catholic and I just went to a Christian church. Mm-hmm. And I felt a little bit more free there, not so strict, because I was just used to Catholic masses, and they're like, stand up, sit down, don't do this, don't sit that way, don't cross your legs, don't do this, all these different rules, Mm-hmm. And the Christian one was like, people were singing, and I was like, oh, that's cool.
Sounds Pentecostal or something.
Yeah,
no, it was a spirit-filled church.
Okay, so like an independent.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
That's cool.
And actually, it's funny because, and now that I think about it, I mean, I thought about this before, but it reminded me of, I started taking classes before church. So the church will start at 11. The classes were like at 8. And one of the classes that I took was, what was the word? I forgot what was the title, but it was to teach you how to talk with God, or how to not talk with God, but, hear the Holy Spirit, get messages from the Holy Spirit and stuff. And I thought that was very cool because not other church that I've been before taught you that.
Speaking in tongues or?
No.
No, just to hear the Holy Spirit.
Yes, and one example that the lady was telling us, because it was a book, and I gave it away to my cousin actually, but she was telling us an example how, because you will have to do exercises at home, right? So she and her husband, her husband went upstairs, she went downstairs, and they both thought about something that they need to do to get their, whatever they needed to accomplish. And they both got the same message, and they were in a separate room. So, I don't know.
That would scare me because I'd wonder who exactly was the voice, because I'm such.
But the intentions that they will put out is for.
No, I get that, but there's hijackers in the world, so I don't see why there wouldn't be on other planes.
No,
that's all I mean. I got a question for you guys. You know how a lot of people in some churches think Jesus is God's son, and then in other churches they think he's the embodiment of God, like he is God, but in the flesh. But I would ask you, like a lot of people would say, but one thing all Christians would agree on is Jesus didn't lie. So I got a question. Why did he say that these words are not mine, but he who sent me, and he is better than I? See, that doesn't make sense if he is God to me, because he's saying these words ain't mine. They're someone else's, and they sent me and they're better than me. But if he was God, he would be saying, these words aren't mine, they're mine, and I'm better than myself.
Oh, wow.
So that one always threw me for a loop. Like people would tell me, well, Jesus is God. And I'm like, but he said he wasn't. So I thought he didn't lie. If he didn't lie, he said he's not God.
Yeah.
So I don't know. So I want someone to explain that one to me. Threw me for a logic loop there.
I just wanted to answer a question. Did I get visions when I was younger? I've always had pretty good intuition. I never focused on visions when I was younger.
Yeah.
You ever get any that you didn't want to do? Like just straight up like, I have some pretty bizarre dreams, and they got a good track record of happening.
Yeah.
So, I don't know if you'd call that a vision or not. And, like my dad used to argue that, well, your brain, it works on so many problems, probably millions of problems while you sleep, and you're bound to see one of those scenarios in your dreams and that come true. But
from column A and a little bit from column B, I think. Eh?
Yeah. Well, I actually proved it to him one time and took him to buy a lotto ticket where he won some money, and I described the ticket and the place, and I've never been in there. It was a place in Massachusetts, and I picked out the store when I saw it. Never seen it before. We went in there, and I added a detail about a 50-cent piece in the change to him, and that happened. And then, you know, at first he seemed kind of impressed, and then later, you know, he just thought about it and said, "Oh, that was just, you know, that was a pretty big coincidence."
Yeah, I used to work with a guy. He was we were doing lawn maintenance, and every once in a while I would just sit down in the truck in the morning and go, "You're going to get a new customer today." I'd tell him that, and sometime during the day he would get a customer. And it happened about 3 or 4 times, and he started asking me. He says, "Well, tell me I'm going to get a new customer." And I'm like, "Well, how can I tell you you're going to get a new customer if I don't think you're going to get a new customer?"
Yeah, right. You're confused. You thought I was making it happen. Yeah. I was just telling you about it.
I'm just the mailman, you know.
Right.
Cosmic Christie says that you are from Antares.
Okay.
Ransom from Galactic.
Planet. Far, far away in a galaxy.
Oh, Antares. Okay, yeah.
When my left hand itches, I receive money, says Cosmic Christie.
They say that.
But anyways, I think that we should end this, and I want to thank you so much, MaxVision, for coming and
thank you very much
for the show.
Yeah, I had fun. That was cool.
Very cool experience. And again, don't forget to subscribe to MaxVision channel and check them out on Wednesdays at 8 Eastern time. Yes.
8 Eastern.
So thank you, Max, and thank you, Ransom, and we'll see you guys next week. So cool. Good night. In Lakesh.
All right. Love you all. Thank you.
All right. Everybody have a good one.
Bye.